Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Going to be giving you my player ratings from Manchester United's 4-2 win against Leeds at Elland Road. So going to start with David De Gea. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. De Gea made some good saves in the game, but he got caught out by Rodrigo's cross. De Gea is enduring a very good season. He's now back to his best. Don't forget, De Gea got named the Premier League's Player of the Month for January. De Gea has won everything domestically at the football club. He's made over 500 appearances for Man United in all competitions. This season has been his 11th season at Man United. So reflecting on that, he's been a long servant. He's been with us since the Sir Alex Ferguson era. And earlier on this season, De Gea said he's planning to spend many more years at the club. His contract at Manchester United expires next year. He receives £375,000 a week, so he's the second highest earner at the club behind Ronaldo. Revert back to last summer, De Gea reclaimed that number one spot back, as he did decide to cut short his holiday by 2 weeks. Wambasaka, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I thought today he made some good interceptions. I thought he showed some good attacking intent and he got in some good positions. It was the first time Wambasaka had played in a while. Wambasaka is not our first choice right back under Rangnick. Delors is our first choice right back under Rangnick. This season has been Wambasaka's third full season at Man United. Man United got Basaka from Crystal Palace back in the summer of 2019, got him for £50 million. Victor Lindelof, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I thought he put a decent performance out today. I thought he brought the ball out well from the back. And he played a part in Manchester United's second goal. Lindelof has been at Manchester United for over 4 years. Manchester United got Lindelof from Benfica back in 2017. We paid around £31 million for him. Lindelof's under contract with Man United until 2024. Harry Maguire, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Maguire scored Manchester United's first goal. It was a very good header. It came from a corner. It was the first goal Manchester United had scored from a corner this season. Diego Llorente was to blame for our goal from Maguire. Harry Maguire also did well in the 2-0 win against Brighton, because in that game he was good in possession, he looked solid and he brought the ball out well from the back. Prior to the game against Leeds, Rangnick said that Harry Maguire will remain Manchester United's captain until the end of the season, but there has been a lot of Manchester United fans demanding for the captaincy to be taken off Maguire. He's endured a lot of poor games as a United player. Man United got Maguire from Leicester. We got him for 80 million, so he's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment, and he's the second most expensive signing at the club behind Pogba. He could leave Man United in the summer, Maguire. Moving on to Luke Shaw, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Luke Shaw got the assist for Harry Maguire's goal. But apart from that, didn't really do much. Luke Shaw did get a yellow card in the game today. A lot of people said that Luke Shaw should have been sent off. Luke Shaw has been a Manchester United player for around 7.5, 8 years now, so he has been a long-serving player. To be honest with you, I thought Luke Shaw was far superior last season to how he has been so far this season. He's had a few injuries this season and he is injury prone, which is a concern. Moving on to Paul Pogba, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I thought he played very well today. You know, Paul Pogba got into very good positions. He made some very good runs. Don't forget, he created that Ronaldo chance in the first half. Pogba's done really, really well since he recovered from injury. Pogba came on in the 2-0 win against Brighton and got an assist. He also did well in the 1-1 draw against Southampton. Unfortunately, in that game he had a goal disallowed. He scored in the game against Burnley at Turf Moor. That was his first goal of the season. And he did well on his return against Middlesbrough in the Cup. Don't forget, Paul Pogba is open to Premier League offers this summer if he leaves Manchester United. He said not so long ago that Pogba is open to staying at Man United beyond the end of his contract. This season has been Pogba's 6th season at Man United since he re-signed. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far. He's played over 200 games since he re-signed, and Manchester United paid £89 million for Pogba, so reflecting on that, he's our most expensive signing at the moment. We had Pogba when he was a lot younger under the Ferguson era, but had to let him go due to limited appearances. Moving on to Mctominay, he's going to get a 4 out of 10. Don't think he was too good today. A lot of people are saying that Mctominay should have been sent off. Mctominay did get a yellow card in the game. McTominay's had 2 good games against Leeds. McTominay played very well against Leeds on the opening day when Manchester United won 5-1. He played very well in the 6-2 win against Leeds last season at Old Trafford because he scored twice in that game. He's been very poor, McTominay, in his last few games though, and I said, didn't I, earlier on this season that McTominay had been one of our best performers under Rangnick. He's not good enough, McTominay. You know, he's still young, got a lot of development in him. He's been part of the club for a long time. You know, revert back to 2020, McTominay committed his future to the club because he signed a new 5-year contract. Moving on to Bruno Fernandez, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Bruno Fernandez scored Manchester United's 2nd goal today. It was a good header. Mayele, the Leeds goalkeeper, got a touch on it, but it was too powerful for him to keep out. And Bruno Fernandez got an assist in the game today. Bruno Fernandez is in form at the moment. Bruno Fernandez also scored in the 2-0 win against Brighton. His goal against Brighton came in the 97th minute of stoppage time. Bruno Fernandez is one of our best players and is certainly one of the best signings we've made since Ferguson retired. He's been a Manchester United player for 2 years now. Manchester United got him from Sporting Lisbon back in January 2020. Revert back to earlier on this season, the Athletic said that Bruno Fernandez rejected a new contract offer from Man United. He said Bruno Fernandes' contract talks are postponed until the summer, having turned down an offer last year. Bruno Fernandes was demanding similar money to the top earners at the club. Fernandes receives £100,000 a week at the moment. He's under contract with Man United until 2025. There's an option of a further 12 months. Moving on to Jaden Sancho. I'm going to give him a 8 out of 10. You know, he played very well today. Jaden Sancho got 2 assists. He's starting to become very good now, is Sancho. You know, he didn't settle in straight away, and he didn't do as well as a lot of United fans expected him to. Revert back to when we had Solskjaer, we couldn't get the best out of Sancho because Solskjaer persistently played him out of position, and there was quite a few games Sancho didn't play in under Solskjaer. Sancho did enjoy 4 good years with Borussia Dortmund before he signed for Man United. Man United signed him last summer from Borussia Dortmund, got him in a deal worth 78 million. We paid 73 million up front. Sancho's got a contract with Man United until June 2026. There's an option of a further year. Jesse Lingard, he obviously started today. I think it was his first league start of the season. I'll just give him a 6 out of 10. I was surprised that Lingard started today. Lingard should have left Manchester United last month, but Man United blocked his exit. Don't forget, last month, Newcastle and West Ham were battling it out to get Lingard on loan. He'll leave Man United in the summer. He's out of contract in the summer. He has been part of the club for a long time. He is up our academy in that, but like I said, you know, he doesn't get in the team much. And Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. He weren't great today. He missed a sitter in the first half. It was a good save from Maguire to deny Ronaldo. Ronaldo also had another chance in the game. He was one-on-one with the keeper, but it was offside, so even if he'd have scored, it wouldn't have counted anyway. And Ronaldo got a yellow card in the game today. Not so long ago, it said that Cristiano Ronaldo is set to become Man United's new captain to replace Harry Maguire, but Rangnick said in his press conference prior to this game that Harry Maguire will remain Man United captain until the end of the season. Don't forget Ronaldo scored in the 2-0 win against Brighton, and reflecting on that, that ended his goal drought, and it was his first goal of 2022. He put a good performance out against Brighton, did Ronaldo. He should have had more than one goal because he had some good headed chances. Since Ronaldo re-signed for Man United, he's scored 15 goals in all competitions. He's got over 800 goals in his career. And Man United re-signed Ronaldo last summer for 20 million with add-ons included. He wears a number 7 shirt. Ronaldo's contract at Manchester United expires next year, but there is an option to extend for a further year. He receives nearly £500,000 a week, so he's the highest earner at Man United at the moment. He's won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. Like I said, Man United brought subs on in the game today. We saw Fred come on. I'll give him a 7 out of 10. He made an impact when he came on. Obviously, Fred scored Manchester United's 3rd goal. He beat Maguire at his near post. Maguire should have saved that, to be honest with you. Fred, I don't rate him, to be honest with you. You know, he's had a lot of bad games at Manchester United, but he's had his good games as well, especially under Rangnick. You know, Manchester United got Fred a few years ago from Shakhtar Donetsk, got him for 50 million. Anthony Elanga came on in the game. I'll also give him a 7 out of 10. Elanga scored Manchester United's 4th goal. That obviously wraps the game up. And Elanga had a good chance as well. He should have scored it really. He tapped it, you know, and Maguire saved it. Elanga's done really, really well since he broke into our first team squad. You know, he's been part of the club for a long time. He joined Manchester United's academy at the age of 12 and he's now, the age of 19. Revert back towards the end of last year. Elanga committed his future to the club because he signed a contract with Man United until June 2026. There's an option of a further year. And the other substitute we brought on in the game was Raphael Varane, and I'll just give him a 5 out of 10. I was actually surprised that Varane didn't start. Varane had illness not so long ago. So that is your player ratings from Manchester United's 4-2 win against Leeds. You know what though, I've got to give credit to Leeds because I thought Leeds put a good performance out. You know, Leeds came back from 2 goals down. You know, Leeds scored twice within 1 minute. Like I said, you know, Leeds' first goal came from Rodrigo. It was an attempted cross, you know, it caught De Gea out of surprise. And the second goal from Leeds came from Rafinha, and it was a tap-in. I can't understand why Rafinha didn't start the game. And Leeds had some good chances in the game, you know. Adam Forshaw had a couple of chances in that first half. Jack Harrison had an early chance, don't know how he didn't score that. Matthias Klitsch, you know, he had around 7 or 8 shots in the game. You know, De Gea made one good save to deny Klitsch. You know, Leeds were missing some players today. Obviously, there was no Calvin Phillips. He was out with injury. There was no Patrick Bamford. He was out with injury. And there was no Liam Cooper. He was out with injury. Manchester United's only injury now, I think, is Edison Cavani. But yeah, it's a big win for Manchester United. You know, I think there's a very good chance now that we'll finish in the top 4. Well, Rangnick's aim is to finish in the top 4 this season. I was expecting Man United to beat Leeds today. You know, obviously, the last time Leeds beat Man United was in the FA Cup 3rd round back in January 2010. It was 1-0 to Leeds. Jermaine Beckford had scored. You know, we beat Leeds on the opening day of this season, 5-1. Obviously, it was 0-0 at Ellen Road last season, but obviously there was no fans in that game. You know, Man United beat Leeds 6-2 at Old Trafford last season, beating them 4-0 in Australia in the pre-season back in the summer of 2019, and Man United beat Leeds 3-0 in the League Cup back in 2011. So yeah, you know, we do beat them most of the time we play them. But as for Leeds, you know, I do think they'll stay up this season. They do remain 15th in the league after them losing today. Leeds, you know, have got tough games coming up. I think they've got Liverpool next. Marcelo Bielsa, I've got a lot of respect for him, even though I am a Man United fan. Obviously, Bielsa has been Leeds manager for quite a few years now. He's managed quite a lot of clubs in his managerial career. You know, a lot of years ago he managed in Argentina. You know, obviously Bielsa is from Argentina. Obviously Bielsa signed a 1-year contract last year. Don't forget he only signs 1-year deals. If Leeds were to get relegated this season, then I reckon that Bielsa would resign. Don't forget, a lot of years ago, Marcelo Bielsa worked with Pep Guardiola. And obviously, you know, Bielsa taught Pep Guardiola, and obviously Guardiola's been following Bielsa's philosophy at Man City. So Guardiola's only good because of Bielsa. You know, Leeds have been very poor this season. You know, revert back to last season though, Leeds were very good. You know, last season they finished 9th. The season before last, Leeds won the Championship. That was their first trophy in 28 years. Revert back to 2004, Leeds got relegated. You know, they were out of the top flight for 16 years. Manchester United's next game is Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. The preview for that game will be coming up tomorrow. Ralph Rangnick, you know, he's been Man United's interim manager for almost 3 months now. He's managed, 15 games so far in all competitions. He's lost just 2 games so far. He's only lost 1 game in the league. Rangnick is Man United's interim manager until the end of the season. Then he is expected to continue in a consultancy role for a further 2 years. Not so long ago it said that Rangnick wants the permanent Man United job. I've got a lot of respect for Rangnick because I think he's a very good coach and he's German, and the vast majority of German coaches are very good. You know, don't forget a long time ago, Ralph Rangnick taught Jurgen Klopp, and obviously Jurgen Klopp's doing very well now at Liverpool. It's a shame that Rangnick did not get backed in the January transfer window. Rangnick actually got promised as well he was going to be back. You know, Man United enjoyed the very poor January transfer window. You know, last month we didn't make any signings. We should have let Lingard and Henderson leave last month, but we blocked their exits, and we had the incident with Mason Greenwood towards the end of last month. But we did let around 8 players leave last month. Before Manchester United, Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. I've got to give Rangnick credit as well because since he's come in, you know, he's made changes. Earlier on this season, he recommended Ewan Sharping as an assistant coach and analyst. He also recommended Chris Armisen as an assistant coach, and he recommended Sascha Lenzin as a sports psychologist. Don't forget Rangnick and Richard Arnold want Erik ten Hag to become Manchester United's next permanent manager. And a lot of United fans would like to see Erik ten Hag get recommended in as the next permanent manager. Mauricio Pochettino could be Man United's next permanent manager. Not so long ago, like I updated you, he said Graham Potter is on Man United's radar as the search for a new manager. Man United are looking for the 5th permanent manager since Ferguson retired. 4 permanent managers have been sacked since Ferguson. We sacked David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, and last year Man United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do. Consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.